So it is Sunday, the 24th of July, 2022. It is 10 a.m. and this is We Love Sevens Edinburgh, episode 1. We are going up to Edinburgh. Well, a lot of us are going up to Edinburgh. Some of us already live there. Next weekend, the 29th and the 30th of July, for a 2-night 7-inch vinyl special at Superico in Edinburgh. And I thought it'd be quite good, as we're getting a load of DJs from around the UK and one from Germany. Mixter Hoffman is flying in from Germany for the event. It might be a good idea to talk to a few of them and see what we've got. So what we've got, I'm going to bring everyone on. We've got Scottieboy. Hi, Scotty.
Hiya, how you doing? You okay?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm good. And we have got WeeG. How you doing,
Morning.
Graham?
How are we all?
And we've got Double P as well. Paul, how you doing?
All right. Good.
We're hoping that Lee Phunky Flavas will be joining us soon as well, but he didn't quite make the start of the show. Oh, here he is. Amazing. Lee, how you doing?
There he is. Hey. Hi, Lee.
As if by magic. I mentioned your name and there you were. So that's good. We are all set. We are live. We are live.
Are we actually live?
We are actually live, yes.
Right, I'm going to you haven't, no one's seen the television that's just sitting on the floor. I'm just going to move that out of the way. There we are.
We didn't see it until you mentioned it, that it was on the floor.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, I can see where this show's going already. Right. How's everyone doing, first of all? Everyone all right?
All good.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I assume, like me, you're all pretty excited about next weekend.
Oh.
Raring to go. Look at the excitement on everyone's faces.
Oh, excitement. Yeah.
Oh,
no, I'm personally looking forward to meeting everybody. Although I've seen most of you before, so it's probably not exciting. But anyway, I am personally looking forward to meeting everybody and playing and having a beer and chilling out with my new friends. And I include Graham in that as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
Because some of us have met already, so I have actually met all of you in person, which is good. But I think I haven't yet met Paul Salt. Have any of you met Paul Salt in person yet?
No.
So that'd be quite good.
You and I have not been able to do a man hug yet.
A man hug.
A man hug.
Yeah.
Who?
You and me, because we've not met face to face, but I've met Lee, and I know Scott. Unfortunately, I've known Scott for quite a few years. But
we all have our crosses to bear, Graham. We all have our crosses.
We do. I love you. You know that.
I know. I love you too. It's fine.
And I met Lee, obviously,
down
at the London event.
Down in London, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually only met Lee at my work, would you believe, who came in to the shop that I work in and said hello, and I tried to serve him and then realised who he was and said hello. So hello, Lee, how are we?
He tried to sell me a £300 pair of socks. Saw the look on my face and realised that clearly I wasn't there.
He was definitely in the wrong shop, and he should have been in Primark.
I didn't realise they sold those. I didn't realise they sold those 45 King socks in your shop. You know.
No, they don't. No,
it weren't those ones with the logo that Rob's trying to sell to everyone.
I think they're hideous, but hey, that's just me. But then again, I do work in Harvey Nichols, darling.
You work in fashion. You know fashion.
Well, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Let's Scotty. Let's start with you, because obviously you are in Edinburgh. You're the one who's organised the venue. Tell us a little bit about the venue. So Superico, tell us a little bit about that venue.
Well, I'm not actually in Edinburgh at the moment, as you realise, so it's a bit difficult. But I will say that Superico has one of the best systems I've ever played on. Unfortunately, they've got master sound decks, which are not overly great for us, but the actual system itself, they've spent apparently they've spent 100 grand on it. I'm not sure how true that is, but the system, as Graham will tell you, and as you, Criztoz, you've been there as well. You've played there, so
it does sound nice.
Once we get the system turned up and sorted and keep it kind of a decent level, it's really good, and the bar is a really great venue to play in. The only unfortunate thing is if it's not overly busy, it can be a little bit barren.
There's going to be at least sort of 7 or 8 of us on each night, so that will sort of fill up the.
And I've got all my 3 friends coming, so
that's 10
I've got no, I've got my mates coming down, and I have my lovely wife coming as well, and a few other friends coming down for various points of the evening. So I'm sure it'll be a really nice gathering, and I booked a good table for us all on both nights. Yeah, it should be really good because myself and Graham are kind of residents there, so to speak. We play at least once. Graham plays two or 3 a month. I just do 1 a month when I can get dates from them, because it's been really busy recently. And we're lucky enough to play there every month at least. So it's a great venue. I will say it's a really good venue. They've spent a lot of money.
It's a beautiful venue. Yeah, it's a beautiful venue. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So
I've enjoyed.
And Graham can back me up on the sound system there, which is superb. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Graham, you tell us about. You've obviously played there. Tell us about your experience of the venue and what you do there. Your events.
Just reiterate what Scott has just
Morning,
said.
Matt Lancaster.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark. The one thing I would add to that is that the staff are also just absolutely spot on.
Yeah,
you know, they appreciate that we are there providing the music, and we're not just a wee stick on.
Yeah.
So they will come up and say things like, oh, you know, really loving the music, or I've loved the music tonight, and things like that, which Scott will concur. You don't get a lot of that up in Scotland from the punters.
But it's the same with any venue, isn't it? You know, if you can get the bar staff on side, and we were talking about this, I think, on the 45 Kids or the show we did last week. You know, you've got to engage the bar staff as well, because if the bar staff like what you're playing, you're more likely to get more gigs there, because they'll go back and say to their manager, "Oh, that guy was brilliant last night," or "That music was really good." And obviously, we can build up a good. I know Scotty, both of you have got a good relationship with the staff there. If you can build that up, then it helps going forwards, definitely.
I would agree with Scotty though that for the type of DJing that the collective do, I do not enjoy the master sound decks at all, and I take my own mixer with me every time I go.
So do I. I always take my Rain mixer with me, because the mixer is particularly bad. And I've got a really good mixer, so it's easy to set up. It literally takes 2 minutes to set up. So the unfortunate thing is they've not spent a lot of time on what we use. They've spent a lot of time what everybody listens to rather than what we actually use. So the good thing is we're lucky enough that we can take our own equipment, because we've got our own good equipment. So and we're very lucky that we can afford that. But for starting out DJs, it's not the best system, I'll be honest.
It is if they've got the full, you know, rotary master sound thing. I used it on Sunday, Scott, I forgot to say to you. And I really enjoyed using it. But if you're used to, you know, not rotary, and I'm an elephant with touch, so I'm not a fan of rotary. But you know, we have to dismantle all that, put our mixer in, and then set it back up again for the next person. But
and again, this comes back to what we were talking about last week. You know, there's some venues, obviously, it seems to be in Melbourne, where Rob is, that you can just walk in and you've got an amazing venue all set up. But obviously the UK is, I think, quite lacking in that. I think it used to be back in the day, you'd go to any club, any bar, there'd be decks and stuff, but now it's very difficult. The fact that they've got a system and they've got equipment is good, but
I mean, Criztoz, I do Bramble, and I tell you, Bramble used to be the worst. They had this mixer that looked like it was from 1982, and it was literally the size of a matchbox. I laughed when I saw it, and I took out my mixer, and they went, "What is that thing you've got?" And I went, "It's called a DJ mixer, and it's nice, decent one. And look at yours." I couldn't even actually. It looked like a toy mixer, you know. It was just pathetic. It was like something you would touch and it would make a noise going, you know. And I just went, I couldn't possibly use it, and then the decks didn't work, the styluses didn't work. So my mate owns the bar, and I said, Mike, you've got to get this sorted out. And we bought new styluses, we did it all, and actually we've got a good system in there now, because that's what Superico did as well. And I'm constantly going on at Mikey about it. He's probably sick of me. And then he went away and bought probably the worst mixer he could possibly buy. You know, but anyway,
I couldn't find how the electricity. I couldn't find how to plug that mixer he bought in.
So I think this is the DJM S5, isn't it? That's just come out, which can be powered by USB-C, so like a power bank or something like that.
Oh, you're having a laugh, is it?
I assume it must have another. No one I know has used one yet, but it's sort of like the downgraded DJM S7 or S9 because it hasn't got any effects on it, which is bizarre. So you have to have it on Serato. It's mainly a Serato mixer, I think. Rather,
I've no idea.
Let's move on.
Our own, then. Sorry to interrupt. Just is the plan to take one of our own? I don't know what these masters.
I've got
Scotty's got a Rain mixer. These
I've got a Rain 70. I've got a Rain 72 that plugs in, and actually the master sounds are actually none too bad to use once you kind of get used to them. To be honest, they're all right for vinyl, but with using Serato is terrible because they don't keep time. They're always dropping out. But with vinyl, they're absolutely fine. Honestly, there's no problem at all. Okay?
You wouldn't notice the difference from me, to be fair. But you know,
it's got some effects on it. It's got filters. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure, but it's a nice mixer. It's not too different, really. There's similarities to the S9 and the S7, so you'll be all right.
It's decks fine. If you can get your head around the decks and everything else, is kind of great.
It'll be fine.
Right,
honestly, it'll be fine.
Lee, let's talk about you. Obviously, you've been to Edinburgh to visit Scotty and not buy any of his expensive clothes. But
not my clothes.
Are you looking forward to getting back up to Edinburgh?
Great city, love it. Yes, really looking forward to it. It's, you know, it's a lovely journey. You know, for me, go up past Durham Cathedral and then across and over the Tyne. You know, and then you just out along the coast and then coming into the city is fantastic. And what I love about Edinburgh is you walk out the station and it's just bang, you're in it. You know, you're on Princes Street and you know, and it's everything's compact. I've still got the app on my phone from when I was there in November for the tram, so I shall sort all that out. And I can't wait. And the bar looks fantastic. You know, the conversation about that looks brilliant. It just
it's a lovely bar. So obviously the way it's going to work is obviously we've got Friday night and Saturday night. Some people are coming just Friday, for example, Graham and some of the Glasgow crew, and then others are coming on Saturday. People like Nick Goodlife. I think she's only one extra on Saturday, actually. And then obviously you guys are coming to stay in Edinburgh, so you're going to be there for the Friday and Saturday night. So Friday's going to be a little bit more chilled, and then Saturday I think is going to be a little bit more upbeat. I will say that the bar ask for Saturday to be right upbeat, like properly full on. From start to finish, but Graham will tell you we always do a Friday night if we can. Graham's got last Friday of every month because of that reason. We like to chill out on a Friday and have good fun.
Friday. Sorry to interrupt, Scott. Friday's
it's fine.
Friday's very much it comes in waves. So when you arrive, it's normally quite busy because you've got the after work crowd.
Yeah.
And then that sort of swaps into the going out crowd. So there's a wee bit of a dip, and then it sort of brings up and then dips again. You know, so you know it you can get away with banging, but just not all night on a Friday. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, we'll save that for Saturday. We've got 2 nights.
Yeah, exactly.
And the whole thing is obviously, you know, what we do is playing 7-inch vinyl, and it's great to see everyone. I think maybe it will be interesting to see how many of the same copy. I can't remember what we were talking about, Lee. We were talking about something you played, or I played yesterday, and then we said there'll probably be a few copies. I'm sure there'll be a few copies of Jim Sharp in our bags. Definitely.
Yeah, it was T2's track, weren't it? Yeah.
That's the T2 part. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few.
I think we should go 13s up on that and just rock it through the night. There's 13 of us, and I counted.
We can each.
It won't be me Because I can't actually buy any because they're too expensive for me. I can't have, and I missed the boat on quite a few of them, and I can't get any of them. So it won't be me. I'm fine.
Tony's are quite reasonable actually on Bandcamp compared to some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
and he seems to be able to get them pressed relatively quickly compared to other people, which is good. But what I'd said to a couple of you is, you know, as you're coming up to Edinburgh, pick out a couple of tunes that, you know, you're definitely going to be in your bag. So Lee, if we start with you, then we'll do Double P, and then we'll go to Graham. So Lee, tell us 2 or 3 45s that you're definitely going to bring to Edinburgh and that you will definitely play.
So,
and why?
I heard from Scotty a few weeks ago, and we saw the bit about, you know, the owner wants the crowd jumping a bit on the Saturday night. I hope that's the case. I love a dancing crowd, you know, and play to the crowd. That's kind of the way I go about things. So I thought I better get a few, you know, kind of rocking tracks. So I think this is that you'll all have this, I'm sure. Newmark, and It's Hot in Here. I thought that would drop really nicely if you've got a smoking crowd on the Saturday night and it's, you know, it's going off a bit. And yeah, obviously.
Okay, that's one I'm taking out my bag. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So, but well, you know, I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it? And
yeah.
And it might be that you're playing at the time that's the time to drop it. So,
well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I
think you got to just do your thing, you know. So,
are you coming up by train? Sorry, or driving?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a bit easier for you. You can bring more records. I'm getting on a plane, so I'm trying to limit myself as to how many I bring. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I was going to bring. I've got is it a 150 bag and a 100 bag? I was going to bring both. So. I think originally there was more. There was less of us.
That should be enough for your 2 sets or 3 sets. Yeah.
Well, there was less of us and more time. Now there's quite a lot of us, but I think I'll just bring them, and then, you know, if that works for Scotty, and I'll just just bring them, and then we've got what we've got.
Yeah.
And then I have to bring this. I can't. I think it was one of the tracks of last year, Hidden Groove.
Okay, that's one I don't
Heating
know
Up
actually.
And Breaker's Groove. You'll know it when it gets played. But it's kind of like it's an instrumental boogie thing. Sounds very much straight out of 1983-84. Fantastic track. Lovely to mix. It's a nice heavy beat, you know. And yeah, so that's going to come. What's that? 106, 110. Yeah. I'll probably those two might even go in together. And then what else? I've got a choice. You said talk about 3. I can never just talk about 3.
Well, if you got 4, talk about 4 or 5.
I've got more than 4. But I'm going to do.
Well, then go through all of them. It's fine. There's no rules.
No, I'll do a couple because everybody else wants to talk. Yeah, Scotty will like this. Al Wilson, The Snake.
Classic.
Yeah, that is coming again Saturday night. What, 11 o'clock, whatever it is.
I'll be taking that out of my bag then. Thanks, Liam.
Beautiful. Well, again,
I think Double P's taking all of these out of his bags.
But again, it's
Double P will have no records left shortly.
The vocal just
Where is he?
off, doesn't it? And
he's away,
flicking through his records, I think.
Through his bag.
Yeah.
And then we talk. All right, I'll take it.
Hey,
I tell you what, do 2 more because then that's 4 and 5, 45. There you go. See what I've done.
It's a theme, Criztoz. It just runs throughout everything.
Of course it is.
I go to ice cream stores. They say, "What would you like?" I say, 45 screwballs. It's everything. Do you know what I mean? I can't buy anything not 45.
I find I spot the numbers 45 randomly. You know, I pick up my phone and it's always like 10:45 or 2:45 or something. You know, it's bizarre. You know,
smart meter gets to 45 quid. Turn all the electric off. Right.
Turn it off.
Yeah. So Friday then, slightly more of a mellow thing, but a great track. A new track from Dave Lee and Omar, Starlight.
Oh, that's another one I don't know. Great.
Just a thing of beauty. It's such a great. It's like, again, brand new heavies kind of feel into it, and it's a lovely summertime track. And then last one then from me, so then you've got 5. Let's go with Thomas, Don't Mess With My Man. And that might come after The Snake.
Classic.
I'll take that out my bag then.
Yeah. You see what's happening here? Well, so we've all got, so basically what's going to happen is we're going to turn up with a couple hundred records. They'll be the same records. and we'll be done by 6:30 on Friday night, and they'll be like, right, so
that's fine. That's fine. We've got some other DJs turning up. Maybe
there
they'll
are walls nearby we can get to.
They'll have some other records. I'll have to dig a bit deeper then. I don't know.
See, I'm okay then. I'll just phone my wife and get her to take another box up with her when she comes.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's all right for Scotty. Just walk home, grab another box.
She's looking at me strangely.
Right, great selection. We'll come back to you in a bit, Lee. Double P, have you managed to get some records together?
Oh God, yeah. I got a whole set here ready for. You want banging tunes for Saturday night?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do? Because obviously you've sort of got a house set or something organised for Saturday. Why don't you show us 2 or 3 that you'll probably play on a Friday, and then 2 or 3 from the Saturday?
All right. So first one on a Friday is going to be a folk tune. Everybody say yeah, Ricky Calloway.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
that one. Yeah, nice.
Nice. Like a
and then
funk.
we've got to bring the legend, Mr. Sharp, with me.
Are you bringing doubles? Are you going to be doubling up and juggling?
No. No, but well, I have been playing with that juggling thing, and I've got it quite good. But I'm not going to play it doing it in case it goes wrong.
It's you need a lot of practice. I think once you get it, it's okay. But yeah. So is that the which? Hold on, which one is that? Is that the Bazza? Is that the Bazza Blanco edits? Hey, Struds, great to see you.
I can't remember what that one is. I can't remember now, but it's coming. On the Saturday night, I'm going to start off with 110 BPM, so it's going to be Star Creatures, 45s, a couple of them.
Okay, cool.
And then we're going to go, I'll just do it in the middle somewhere. Peanut Edits, Volume 8, that's a banging track.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to finish off, if you want to get the crowd going. I was practicing the set last night till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then you've got
the Prodigy, yeah. Everybody in the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
can we go that hard, Scotty? Can we go sort of ravey?
Well, as long as it's Saturday night, I'm sure we can.
Yeah. SL2, yeah, that's a classic. Yeah. Well, we'll all be. We're all a bunch of old ravers. We'll be up dancing, and then we'll hopefully get the other crowd going.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm assuming it's an hour set, isn't it?
Probably 45 minutes on the Saturday, and I think Friday's probably going to be 1 or 2. Well, probably 2 30-minute sets. I think on the Friday, just because there's so many DJs, and we've only got I think 8 hours on the Saturday, and it's trying to wait. But yeah, it's probably going to be 45 minutes. Mark Funk saying he wasn't born when that came out. Yeah, Mark. Whatever you say.
Whatever.
Right, WeeG. Let's. Thanks, Paul. That was good. Good selection. I'm looking forward to your sets. WeeG, what are you bringing all the way from Glasgow to Edinburgh?
Yeah, all the way from Glasgow. I'm bringing. Obviously, I always play them because they're a brilliant reissue label. But Athens of the North.
Yeah.
And Shake and Rock Till the Police Knock by Memphis.
Yeah.
Don't know that one.
You don't, Scotty, or you do?
No, don't know it.
And I'm just going to pause you there for a second. As Gallon Hardy says, we will probably just be huddled around the decks rather than dancing. That's normally what happens at these events. We just sort of hang on the decks, looking over what the DJ's playing and what he's doing. That's usually what happens.
I will be making sure the DJ is not pouring drink on my mixer. That's what I'll be making sure of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. No drinks near the mixer.
No drinks behind the mixer, no.
Second one is Willie Bobo, Always There.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Classic.
Yeah. And then finally, as a great edit of by a label called Actor Seduction. I think they're a French label. Light in My Window. It's Mike and Tess edit.
They do quite a lot of double packs. Is that who you mean?
Yeah.
That's
So it's a double
right.
pack.
Yeah. I think we had Jake Detonator was on a couple of weeks ago, and he did the artwork for the James Bond cover one, which sort of opens up, which is the double. But yeah, they've got some great releases.
Yeah, they do.
Don't know them either.
Yeah.
No, they've got quite a. I've got a Rock Creek Park one as well, which is really good. From the same label. So yes,
they do sort of edits, and they're double sevens, so you get like 4 different edits between the pack. And actually, they're still quite reasonable, aren't they? About 15.
Yeah, but like 15 quid.
So it's not like you're just going to find the right one because some are better than others, obviously, like most 45s. Great. Well, that's a great selection. Scotty, I know you haven't been with you, but do you want
I'm going to be the wild card. I'll be the wild card, and I'll probably bring Super Womble with me. That's going to be a big one. And I'm probably going to play lots of tunes that you've probably heard lots of times before. End of story.
That's fine. That's fine. Double P, I didn't hear you mention the Birdie song.
I
didn't hear you mention the Birdie song. You've been threatening to bring the Birdie song repeatedly.
Or Black Lace. I bet you're a Black Lace fan. Come on.
No way, man. That ain't going nowhere. That's what you're saying.
I'll tell you what happened to me on Friday night when I was out DJing. I was playing lots of beatsy stuff and lots of kind of reggae, hip-hop kind of bass stuff. And a girl came up to me and she said, do you do requests? And I went, what's a request? And she said, well, I would like you to play something because there's a bunch of girls I haven't seen for 10 years sitting at the table with me. And I goes, well, I've probably not got it, but you can ask me. And she said, do you play S Club 7? And I went, what? I said, S Club 7? Are you being serious? And she went, well, it would go down really well with us at the table. And I said, go sit down, please. I will not play anything like that. And please don't ask again. It was unbelievable. Honestly, my face said it all because she went, oh, I'm sorry, did I offend you? And I go, you certainly did. Oh my Lord, it was like, give me a break, will you please? S Club 7.
Exactly, exactly.
And she goes, I'm going back to my table to regroup now to ask for something else. And I went, okay then, see you later, bye.
I'm just gonna pause you there for a minute. We've had a raid in from the Papa Funk, so big up Papa Funk. Thank you so much for that raid. I was checking out his set earlier and really good stuff.
Nice.
Make sure you go and follow Papa Funk. I think one of you's a moderator, maybe Double P. Maybe Double P, you can do a shout out. You can do a shout out.
But Double P can do it because I'm only on my phone.
I'll do it.
So I can't do it.
Okay.
It's going hard.
What's the point of having all these moderators if no one does anything? I do it myself.
Well,
I do it myself.
Well, like the kudos.
Hold on. Let me do.
All right. Well, there's a man at work. Look. There we go. Well done.
I have to get it right though. I've done it right. So talking of requests, we did a little event. There's a road between the seafront and like one of the shopping roads in Eastbourne, and they shut it down yesterday, and they basically making it like a pop-up park with AstroTurf, and then invited me and Zizi to go down. We went down. Zizi wasn't feeling well, so she did a little set, but she got to meet the mayor. And I had a girl who I'm guessing was about 13, 14. She said, if you play something that we can sing to, we'll come up and sing on the microphone. And I was like, what sorry, what does that mean? I'm just going to play something that you happen to know, an instrumental that you're then going to come up and sing. She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I was like, I don't know what you can sing or not. But what was cool is obviously Zizi played her set and then she had to go. And then my mate turned up with his little girl who was 6. And she was like, oh, can I press the buttons? And then I was basically showing her what to do. And she didn't want to go. She kept pressing start on the next sort of 10 tracks, and her parents couldn't get rid of her off the decks. But I was talking to Mark Lancaster about it, and I think it just sort of shows for kids, and that's why the 45 Kids works quite well, is the sort of simplicity in a way. I know it's not simple always, but the sort of simplicity of what we do is literally bare bones. Cue that record up, fade this record down, press play on that one, and then fade that one up. And I think that's why the kids have sort of got into it rather than Serato, which is obviously, or Tractor, which is really complicated, isn't it? And it's going through laptops and finding tracks. So, and it's probably why us old men can do it as well. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, so.
That's very. I didn't like your tone there. Thank you very much.
Hold on. What have you got? What have you got there, Lee? Hold on. Let me have a look.
I don't know if that comes up on the screen. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. DJ Live.
The Lanes Festival. Yeah. She's changed her DJ name now to DJ Olive D, which I think is probably a little bit better.
DJ what?
DJ Olive D. There we are. Look at that though. Look at her back queue in there. She's just all on her own, and the crowd out, and yeah, she's fantastic. And now I'm buying records for her. I've had to buy this off the soundtrack of Turning Red.
Yes, I bought that for Zizi. She was going to play it yesterday.
Yeah. So
yeah,
well chuffed, well proud of it.
Yeah, it's good. But the other thing that happened was then there was another completely random kid who wasn't anything to do with me. I didn't know who it was, and then she came up and said, "Oh, can I DJ?" And I was like, "Yeah, go on." You know, so I showed her, and then she played a couple of tracks, and again she loved it as well. What's that? Whose sound is that? I don't know. Someone's sound. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
So I don't think it's me.
Let me try mute. Oh, it's not me.
What sound?
I don't know. Some sound. Oh, Scotty, I think it's you.
Right, it's.
Oh, yeah. You're glitching up a little bit. Well, I was going to say, Scott, if you go out and come back in again,
okay.
Try that. There you go. Right. So, Double P, have you ever been to Edinburgh before?
Nope, first time.
So, have you sort of looked into what's there, and is there anything you want to do in terms other than hanging out in a cocktail bar with us? Are you planning to fit in a little bit of sightseeing while you're there?
I wouldn't mind going to see Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah. You have to book. If you're going to do that, you probably need to book in advance. I would probably book that for maybe the Saturday morning if you're going to do it.
You can just walk up. It's the going in that is the ticket bit. So it's good just to walk up, to be honest. It's beautiful views from up there.
Yeah. Galen Hardy, I'm just going to pause you there for a second. Galen Hardy, I was thinking that exact thing last night, actually. And I'm going to try and get something organised. But yeah, there he is. Yeah, you've stopped knitting. That's fine. So yeah, Double P, you can walk up to the castle, and you can get right up to it, and you can have a look. And that's what we did last time when I went up.
That's what I do.
To Scotty. But if you want to go inside, you do have to book.
No, I look from the outside and take pictures.
Yeah. And Strudz is saying Stirling Castle is cool, which is basically a copy of Edinburgh Castle, isn't it? Or did Stirling come first, Scotty?
Yeah, no. Edinburgh came first, I believe, but I might be wrong.
Yeah,
it's much smaller. Stirling Castle as well.
Yeah, we're going to do Stirling when we do our road trip, and we're going to pop up to Glasgow, and we'll come back to that in a minute, WeeG. We're going to stop off at Stirling Castle before we come and see you in Edinburgh in August, Scotty. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks, Strudz. Definitely a good review. And we've also got a couple of other things going on, because obviously we've got Friday and Saturday night, but on Saturday morning we're doing Coffee and Donuts live from your gaff, Scotty. Who have we got coming to
that? Paul, Lee, Paul Salt, and hopefully Mr. What's his name? Mr. Hoffman, is it?
Yeah. So Mr. Hoffman is flying in from Germany last minute, so he should be there Saturday morning. So hopefully he'll join us for Coffee and Donuts, and then obviously Saturday night. So but I think Keith Fowler's coming through.
And Keith Fowler, Keith Fowler is staying on and going back up to Aberdeen in the afternoon. So it should be fun.
So Keith's
my music room
Friday night, Scotty, aye.
What's that? Sorry,
Keith's there Friday night.
The Friday night,
yeah, definitely. He's got his club on Saturday night, so unfortunately he's having to go back to Aberdeen. But so we'll all get to meet Keith Fowler as well, who's I must know him from years ago when I stayed in Aberdeen, because he knows all my mates in Aberdeen, and it's quite weird. I keep saying I used to go there, and he went there, and he actually used to buy records in the record shop I work as well. So I'm pretty sure I know Keith Fowler, but probably not now, obviously. You know, it's quite weird. I met him definitely in the 90s when I lived in Aberdeen, you know.
Nobody
quite strange.
What we did in the 90s, Scotty.
I remember nothing, apart from getting married and having children, and
you guys are a little bit older than us, obviously, though. You know, so that's why your memory's going from the 90s. You know, I was still a teenager in the 90s.
I've just got things to do now, so I'm going to go. Is that okay?
Of course, buddy. Of course. I know you need to.
You know what? They've got a saying in Scotland: you can go right off people. You know.
Yep.
I'm surprised you haven't gone off me yet. We had a whole weekend when I came up, and you still like me. So
no, well, I say I like you, but maybe that'll change. You know.
It might do. It might do. 2 days is fine. 4 days, it gets a bit much.
No, I'm going to be. I've got my birthday on Tuesday, and I'm trying to forget how old I am. So I probably will.
102.
No, it's actually 103. I feel like about 93 because some days I get up and honestly, I say, "What's that noise?" I hope it's the floorboards. No, it's not. It's my knees. Oh my God.
We are all getting older, but I guess at least with DJing, it is something that we can, in theory,
get away with
into old age. Well, yeah, we can get away with it, but we can.
Well, I've actually now been doing this since 1982. Would you believe?
Wow.
And Mark Lancaster is actually annoying because he's 4 days older than me, or I'm 4 days older than him. Not sure.
Right.
He was born the same year as I was, 1892, and we are actually the same age, 4 days apart. So only I've got slightly more hair than him, and I say slightly.
Did you say 1892?
What's that?
Did you say 1892?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, that is a joke. Well, there you go.
Keep up.
God.
If he was born in 1892, it'd be 130.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the penny farthing was my bike of choice. Yeah, that's right. And when I was at school, we used to write in chalk and slates. Yeah, okay, that's me. Yeah. Anyway, enough of your cheek. All of you. Yeah. Enough.
Wow. Get used to it. It's all about the banter, and that's the comedy.
No, I'm going to be 57 on Tuesday, so just in case you are actually wondering, 57. So
57. Does that mean you have to do 57 shots on Friday night?
No danger. I will be doing no shots on Friday night. Never mind 57.
No, I've been much. Right, we talked about coffee and donuts, so that will be, I think, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And yeah, it's you, me, Paul, the other Paul, Lee, Mixter, and Keith Fowler. So that should be good. We'll do, I think, what was it they were doing when you were in Swindon, Double P, like record rodeo, like one track each, or 2 tracks each, or 3. Maybe start with 3 tracks, and then we'll go down to 1 track each, or something like that. So that should be a fun show. But then we've got Saturday night, but then we've also got Sunday. So, Graham, let's move to you. We've got Nick. Nick Goodlife was in the chat earlier, but she's organised a load of great DJs for the Sunday as part of Sunday Sevens. So tell us what's going on in Glasgow, and tell us about the venue in Glasgow on Sunday.
Yeah, so this is our first sort of like venture into doing a live stream on Twitch, and also being in a venue, cracking wee space that Nick plays in and has very kindly managed to secure for us to play this month, obviously this following Sunday, a week today, and then on the 21st of August we're doing another all day Sunday Sevens. So the one a week today, she has got myself, Andrew Devine, and 2 other DJs that I don't.
K-Wax
45 and
Emma.
Yeah, that's it.
Emma.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I don't know of these guys, but the Emma seems to have been heavily involved in the hip hop scene in the late 90s and also techno scene in Glasgow, and I think still DJs techno, but also still loves, you know, the hip hop funk. And then Nick has just said that the other K-Wax DJs at Tabac, which is a bar in Glasgow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting them, and it's a nice wee sort of add-on to finish off the whole weekend, sort of Scottish led.
Yeah, we managed to organise it a bit last minute, but it's great to have a venue, because we're still sort of toying with the idea in terms of streaming from venues and Twitch, because obviously Twitch is a very interactive platform, and obviously DJs and viewers expect the sort of interaction and that. So, you know, we'll have to see how it goes.
We've spoken to the venue about that and they're happy that we are going to be doing that while they're punters.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be much, just a little bit.
It's really interesting to see as a dynamic whether it works or not.
Well, I was talking to Sam Tweaks because they did Soul Train live, and obviously that's every Tuesday, and they did that in London at Box Park. And I think the way they worked, and I'm not saying we do this at all because it's another whole level of complication, but they had a separate mixer with a microphone for Twitch, so they could talk to Twitch without it going out on the main PA system, and then they had a normal mic for the main mixer, so they could talk to people in the crowd and Twitch. So, further down the line, once we're a bit more established and we can sort of work these things out, we'll just decide what's best to work. And, if it means bringing a small little mixer with another microphone, then we go from there. But yeah, Nick's in the chat. She's saying that Dima ran the night Freak Moves in Glasgow for many years. And she said she met K-Wax 45 and Tobacco a few months ago. He came over to the chat while he was playing DJ Al, the Ruler's Back. And yeah, DJ Al is a great producer as well. I didn't mention any of the 45s I might play, actually, so I might just jump that. There's a few that I played last night and a thing which I've been playing a lot, which I think I definitely will bring. I think the first one is definitely the Newmark. Where can you see it? The Groove is in the Heart.
Yeah,
I think that's definitely one that's going to be dropped. And then probably the Light My Fire, the De La Soul Flip.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
Soul Flip.
That's a tune. Yeah.
And then probably, I imagine this. I think this is relatively new. The Lance Ferguson, Got Myself a Good Man.
Yeah, you played that. Yes, that's such a good version of that song.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Don't know that.
Yeah. I do play things more than once sometimes, Lee.
Yeah.
At the price of 45s, you've got to try and play them as much as possible.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Cool. So that's going to be great. So we've got Friday night at Superico. We've got Saturday morning from Scotty's Coffee and Donuts. We then got Saturday night back at Superico. And then Sunday, Mark Lancaster's put together some guests. He's got Butchie B and now Sideshow More because DJ D had to pull out, unfortunately. Then me and Scotty will do an hour from Scotty's. And then we've got the Vinyl Bar Glasgow. We've got 5 hours from there. So, it's going to be a great weekend. I mean, I haven't added up the hours, but 9, 17, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 hours of 45s yet again, which is...
we'll be starting to bore people soon.
Well, if I keep playing the same record, then maybe people will start switching off. But and we've got Galen Hardy says both Lance projects are great. Yeah, he's really good. Lee, so obviously you've been to Edinburgh. Are you planning? Have you got time to fit in a bit of sightseeing or anything you want to do while you're up there?
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the weather. I think Saturday morning looks like it might be okay. So I'm thinking I might have to get up and go up Arthur's Seat. I think drag a couple of lads with us. I think it'd do Paul a bit good, and the other Paul as well. Mystery Paul.
I think I mentioned that to you, Scott. How far is that? How long?
Well, from my house, it's not far at all. It's actually closer to you where you're staying, Lee.
Yeah.
You're actually staying the next street where my old house was. So I grew up at Toll Cross. I literally grew up in the next street to where you're staying. And my mum and dad had a hotel in that street in 1978. I moved there when I was 92. And and that's actually how I started DJing, because the DJ never showed up one night for a function when I was 15, 16, and I got told to get on with it because we had all the records and the equipment.
Did you have the gramophone back then? Is that what you were using?
I had to wind it all up before. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you can stop your nonsense as well. You can go off people, you know.
You keep saying that. You're still talking to me.
No. So Toll Cross is basically walking distance to Arthur's Seat, and it's actually not too far, to be honest with you. And the Meadows is just round the corner as well, which is really nice. In Edinburgh, we've got this lovely place called the Meadows, which is a lovely walk through. Edinburgh's always got lovely green space, which I like. and Galen Hardy's been really cheeky now. Steam
Mark
powered.
Lancaster was talking cylinders. Galen Hardy
Cylinders. Yeah.
steam
Okay.
powered.
That's
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm going to go now. Okay. Is that okay? No, I do need to go in 5 minutes because
okay,
I need to
we'll
I need to check out of this hotel. So anyway,
no, I think yeah. I mean, we'll work out the timings, but yeah, as long as we can get back in time for coffee and donuts for 11, then yeah, let's do it. I'm quite up for going and check it out. I haven't been before. Double P.
I won't do it because I've got grandchildren and dogs and cats and all sorts in my house for the weekend. So I'll let you all get on with it.
Yeah, I'll go and join the
work out whatever people want to do, but yeah, definitely do something. I think it's too.
Yeah, I think a nice walk will be quite nice to blow the cobwebs out because I think we might have a few drinks on Friday night. So
well, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Is Paul Salt planning to have a few bevies? Do you think?
I think Paul Salt's talking about getting
cocktailed up.
I can finish that sentence for you 3 or 4 times, but I won't.
No. And also there is going to be a tab as well for you guys. So come and see me for a drink, and I'll say no. You know,
it's a marathon because it's a whole weekend, so it's not a sprint. So we're not 18 anymore.
I
don't need to.
No, you're
Double P doesn't drink anyway, so Double
not
P
18 anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Double P, so are you going to be up for this walk maybe on Saturday morning?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, well, there you go. There's the plan. Saturday morning, what, 6 a.m.? Is that what time we're getting up? And we'll
go to bed, mate.
Exactly. You guys are going clubbing after Friday night. We just carry on. Just carry on for the whole weekend.
No sleep till Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah, exactly. Double P, obviously you've met some of us. Is there anyone that you haven't met yet who's going to be at the weekend? Are you looking forward to speaking to?
Yeah, I've met WeeG, I've met Phunky Flavas, Scottieboy, Nick Goodlife, Keith Fowler. So it's gonna be good. Really good.
Quite a few people, yeah. And we've also got DJ Moke, who's a friend of Funky Chef's, who is apparently a big 45s digger. I don't think he DJs out or hasn't DJed out much regularly or at all, but he's going to join us on Friday and Saturday night. Hey, Mini P, how you doing?
Hello.
45 kids in the house. How you doing? You'll have to come up to the next one, James. When we do the next one,
he looks tall.
Yeah, blame me.
Because Double P's sitting down.
I'm sitting down.
Oh, he is tall. Look, he's almost at your shoulders.
He does look taller. Yeah. You're bigger than your dad soon, mate. That's it.
Yeah.
The trouble starts.
He is. He needs to get his own Twitch channel and set up.
We need to go, yeah.
But yeah, right. I think we're pretty much there. You need to go, Scotty.
Yeah, I need to go, guys. Okay.
All right. We'll say goodbye.
Don't forget the deep fried Mars bars.
What's that?
Don't forget the deep fried Mars bars.
Oh, don't you stop that. That's nonsense. They are horrible.
Deep fried Mars bars, haggis.
I've never had one, and I will refuse to have one. But there is a place actually at the top of my street that does actually sell them. So
I think Double P, we should definitely film you trying fried Mars bar.
And honestly, the chip shop has DJs on in it that sells deep fried Mars bars. Honestly, they have DJs. Unbelievable.
Well, why are we DJing in the car? Why aren't we DJing in there?
Yeah, can we not DJ now? Get paid as well.
Get us a 5 minutes there. Yeah. They're not great, Nick Goodman saying, and Galen Hardy says
get
everyone on the Buckfast. Yeah. Oh, I have
no danger. No.
Yeah. No. I'm having that. All right, Scotty. Let's say goodbye to you.
Right, I'm gonna go. Mate. Looking forward to seeing you all. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.
For next weekend, but I will see you next weekend. All being well.
I'll speak to you during the week. Okay. Nice one, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, and then there were 4. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun weekend. I think there'll be lots of banter, lots of laughs, lots of great tunes. I think we're going to have a really great time. So we're good. Any last parting words? Anything else you'd like to say about next weekend?
I'm just looking forward to meeting Graham and getting him on that red wine. Is he frozen? No, he hasn't. He's there.
No, Well, the buckfast. You're gonna. I didn't think you drank.
Don't drink
No,
buckfast.
Yeah. And you know, Mark Lancaster was potentially joining us, but unfortunately couldn't make it. So we'll meet up with Mark sometime for a Southend weekend. There you go, Mark. There's some homework to do. I know he played at a venue recently, a little cafe that went quite well with Mark Funk 45. So maybe one day we can all head down to Southend for that. But yeah, cool. Right. Let me just have a quick look and see who's online. I know Rob was going to potentially do something, but he's not. Oh, okay. He's not doing it. Rob had a sex. Obviously, we did the 3rd birthday special for the 45 Kings yesterday. And Rob has got, I believe, a video from Major Triple and Robert Smith, but he hasn't managed to get that sorted. So let me just set the raid. We'll go and see someone.
Lee, when do you arrive?
About 3:15 on Friday.
Okay.
Paul's about 25 minutes after me.
And Paul, you're the same, are you? Is that both Waverley?
Well, 15:37 I get in, and then I think Paul comes in at 16:09.
Thanks for popping in.
Wait there, couldn't we?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll sort out. Right, the raid's set, but while we do that, let's watch the video again. I will send this to you all, but it'd help if I started it from the beginning. There we go. So this is the list of all the DJs that are taking part, and obviously We Love Sevens, Edinburgh, of course. 2 nights of 7-inch final, 29th and 3rd of July. All sorts of stuff will be playing. That's Perico. And here we go. Andrew Devine, Babes, me, DJ Snafu, hopefully, Double P, Keith Fowler, Moke, Mixter from Germany, Mr. Salt, Nick Goodlife, Phunky Flavas, Scottieboy, and WeeG. I think that's everyone. I hope I haven't missed anyone out. But yeah, it's a lot of DJs, a lot of great music, and I can't wait to hang out with you all. It's going to be a lot of fun. But
cool, man. Going to be cool.
Thanks, everyone. It's been really fun chatting. I'm sure we'll do lots more chatting next week. I'm sure we won't be able to shut each other up, but we'll have good fun and get packing and make sure you've got the heat for next week. We'll be checking it out. It's going to be good. But right, let's raid out. We're going to go and see DJ Nighty, who was on early, and I was checking out his set. He's going to be on 45 Funksters on the 1st of August. So let's go and see him. Take it easy.
Cool. All the best, lads. See you soon.
Peace.
See you next weekend.